What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing is Therapy. It's time to get that therapy, but in a slightly different way. It's time to modify the Jon Boat, guys. I've been dealing with a few things with this gunwale, the Jon Boat. If you guys have noticed some of my videos, I've been going sheep's head fishing out in saltwater. Well, I fish around oysters. They tearing my gunwale up, guys. So I've been, trying to figure out a way. I've been spray painting it. They ran out of spray paint, the color that I need for my boat. I spray painted it. A color trying to match it, guys, it's just an off color. It's been driving me crazy. So I called my buddy Andy from Backwoods Landing, where I bought the boat from. He told me about an old school way they do it, guys. They use polyethylene pipe, the black one, and they put it along the gunwale after you cut it in half. You measure it and you put it over there. Now you don't have to worry about damaging your boat, it getting chipped up, and if anything, you just replace the pipe, the polyethylene pipe, when it gets scarred up and marred like that. So that's the project I'm gonna be working on, guys. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy this, but I'm doing this as I go. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but he told me it's gonna turn out very well and that I'll like it. I already like the way the black contrasts with the hydroturf and everything. So without further ado, let's jump in, let's take a look at that. All right, guys, let's take a look, man. Let's zoom in right here. Let me show you the spray paint job that I did right now. You can't even see it because of the time of day, but this right here, this color, this spray paint does not match the side right here. This right here is more of it's called olive drab green. It's more of a duck boat brownish color when you see it in the light. This is a deep forest green. It's gonna be the closest color that you can find. And when you see it in the daylight, guys, it's just a stark difference. It's throwing off the color of my hydroturf. So it's like this is one color of green, this is another color, and the side is another color. I don't like that. So anyway, the remedy is, if you guys have noticed, I got this polyethylene pipe. It comes in a 100-foot coil, right? So when it comes in a coil, guys, when you unravel that thing, it just takes off. So what I had to do is use my heat gun, measure my distance from gunwale on my gunnel, all the way across on my gunwale, and then I heat gunned this thing, and now I have it clamped on here, holding it in place. I'm gonna buy probably 1 or 2 more clamps just to hold it down, heat it a little bit more. Let's zoom in right here. I've marked my space right here where I generally wanna make my cut so I can have my pad eyes, my eyes right here lined up. And I did that all the way along the boat. But look at this damage right here. If you guys can see it within the light of my overhead light, it's jagged, it's beat up in there. And that's what I've been spray painting over, right? So I got to sand it down, do it again, but they do not have this color. So this pipe, once you make a cut all the way down this thing, you'll be able to just open it up like a hot dog bun, clamp it over here, and then that'll be your actual guard. So you don't have to worry about spray paint every time and actually taking damage to the metal. Everything that's going to take the damage is this plastic. This is only 14 feet I have out right here, and I still have, I bought a 100-foot roll. So what does that tell you? I'm gonna be able to do this for years to come and not have to stress about my actual boat taking damage. We'll go ahead and let this sit, get the clamps on it, heat it, just so it can hold, and then we'll turn back around and come back tomorrow and then get everything installed and get it cut. All right, guys, it's day 2 of this project. I did decide to go ahead and use the jigsaw. I took Andy's advice. I broke off the blade to about, I said, an inch, or so, just so it didn't touch the other side. And I ran that jigsaw all the way down the letters, all the way down. It has a slight warping because it's been cold out here in the garage. This is not the exact, next day. But I'm gonna just melt this. I'm gonna heat it up so it can be a little more pliable. And I'm gonna just go right here and put it on and work my way down until I get to this point where I took out my pad eye. And I'm gonna mark that so I can have center and drill in the hole so this can secure down with the pad eyes. And I'm gonna just work my way all the way down, and we're gonna repeat the process on the other side. But the jigsaw was successful. I'm gonna cut it right when I get my measurement. So stay tuned, let's jump right in, and let's get this installed on the boat, which shouldn't take too long. All right, guys, so I got it warmed up. It's a little more pliable. Keep in mind, this is the winter time, well, late fall, December. It's cold out here, so it's harder to do this. Like if I was doing this in the spring or summer, it'd be easier, but I'm doing fishing during that this time. I'm not putting my boat up, so let's get it pliable. So I want to kind of get it open like that as much as I can and just snap it on. So now, as I have that like that, see, I'm gonna just work my way all the way down. So I got that right up against there. I got it clamped on, and that's where it's gonna go that far. All right, guys, so this is the last bit right here. It was pretty tough. It's cold. This pipe, man, does not want to stay cool. It's only 40 degrees outside, so here we go. We're gonna try to push this last piece on. You gotta really get your fingers in there, guys, and it pinches, but it works well. That piece is stuck on the rope. There we go. I'm probably gonna have to trim that little part because it's not laying down, but that clamp on. You can just remove your clamps as you go. And I've just got to trim that piece right there. Have it laying down, guys, but this thing is hard to come off. Look. It's hard to come off, which is really good, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead, get that just trimmed to fit, just like a little 1/16, 1/8 of an inch, trim that part off, and then I'm gonna repeat the same process on the other side, and then we'll come back and look at it just overall. So we got that project done. I got everything lined up here. I'll turn the camera around in a second and show you guys. But now I'm gonna work on putting these pad eyes back on, screwing them through the plastic. It's a little difficult to see if I can match it up, but I think I have them lined up. And I may have to angle the plastic, but I'm gonna drill straight through the plastic, put all my pad eyes back, wipe it down with some acetone to remove all the lettering. And guys, we'll be set to go. So let's jump in. All right, guys, so that was another episode of Fishing is Therapy. We did our project on our boat right here. We're gonna do that, guys, and I'm gonna come back because I'm thinking about adding some storage. So I want you guys to stay tuned on how I do that, whether I'm gonna put a storage hatch in the front deck or the rear deck. Or maybe I do both. Let me know your thoughts on what you think. What would you do in a 1448? Because I need a little more storage. I'm tired of life jackets and bags and everything that's kind of be scattered around while you're fishing. So just go ahead and let me know, but hopefully you guys like that project. Give me your feedback. What would you do? What would you do differently? What tools would you use, and etc.? Or do you think it's a really good product? See you guys on another episode of Fishing is Therapy. Get that therapy, boy. Peace.